Good morning and welcome, everybody. I'm David Marquardt, the Director of Grand Rapids Parks and Recreation. We are absolutely thrilled to have all of you out here today. What an incredible turnout, and I can't thank you enough for being a part of this important day. I've been talking with so many of you this morning already. This is an important day because we're not only celebrating this investment that the city made in Indian Trails Golf Course, but I think more importantly, what I've been learning, what I've been hearing, and I think the story that needs to be told is that this is a reinvestment in our community. A long-standing community that has golfed here for 50 plus years and used this incredible golf course, and I think it's remarkable that the city chose to reinvest in this golf course and ensure that it is a long-standing course moving forward into the future. Of course, this work wouldn't be possible without the vision of our very own mayor, Mayor Bliss. I'd like to give her a round of applause, please. Including Commissioner Dave Allen and our very own Commissioner Senita Lenear. Thank you, each of you, for being here today. Of course, this celebration and the work that you are witnessing here today is also due in part to a number of partners that have come alongside this very important work. And I'd like to start by recognizing our top tier partners in this work, starting with our youth partner, Blue Cross Blue Shield, our food and beverage partners, Lake Michigan Credit Union and Experience Grand Rapids, and our swag partner, Wadsworth Golf Course Construction. I'd like to thank each of them with a round of applause. Alongside those important partners, we have our hole-in-one partners, Essence, Huntington Bank, Meyer, Mr. Car Wash, Cook Foundation, Fox Kia, Flagstar Bank, IBEX, and RDV Corporation. A round of applause, please, for them. And then we've got our important T partners, Earhart Construction, the Kent County Land Bank, Michigan First Credit Union, the Private Bank, Dave Allen, 3rd Ward City Commissioner, thank you very much. Basin Electric, Grand Rapids Black Chamber of Commerce, Grand Rapids Public Schools, Isaac Norris and Associates, had a chance to speak with him this morning, Mercantile Bank, Rhodes, McKee, and Veritas Design Group, Genesis, Weddings and Events, Diversco Construction, American Family Care, and Valley City Linen. A round of applause, please, for those partners. And then we also have our other important patron partners, Eric DeLong and Scott Buer, Nathaniel Moody, Art by Dugan, John Beeson, Job's Barbershop, Pride Builders, LLC, Shirley Lertzema, and Rockford Construction. A special round of applause also goes out to our golf course committee. They have been meeting for a number of months, pulling together today's events and tomorrow's important golf outing. And I'd like to specifically call out and thank Lance Climie, our golf course manager, Laura Claypool, our business manager in Parks and Recreation, Yvette Pittman, Steve Guitar, former Commissioner Elias Lumpkins, thank you so much for being here today, Nathaniel Moody, Alexandra Thomas, Commissioner Allen, Commissioner Lenear, Tyler Smize, Virgie Jackson, Earl I. Lyons, and Sawyer Johnson as well. A round of applause for them, please. And as mentioned, a lot of this work, behind the scenes stuff, you know it all goes on. Laura Claypool, I want to thank you specifically. Lance Climie, I know you've been busting your tail. Craig, I see you back there as well. You were out here at 5 a.m., headlights going, man, and appreciate the hard work that you put into this course. I'd also like to recognize Connie Bohach. She was a significant player in putting together a lot of this important work and stressing the importance of this investment, and I think is a big reason why we're all standing here today. So thank you very much. And with that, I would like to turn it over to our very own Mayor Bliss.
I'm going to add to thanks a little bit, but first thank David for all of his leadership. This really is a long time coming. I remember it was probably 10 years ago on the City Commission. I see my former colleague, Commissioner Lumpkins, in the audience. I want to thank him. He's been a part of this journey for a long time. It was about 10 years ago that we were wrestling what to do with the golf course. We as a city were facing significant economic downturns, significant deficits. We were subsidizing the golf course with general funds. We had study after study, we had community conversations, and where we are today is a result of the community coming together and saying this is an asset in our city and we need to reinvest in it. This course has a rich history, not just in the city, but in this neighborhood. And I want to thank my colleagues on the City Commission who stepped up and saw that and said, we are going to invest. We are going to come up with a model that's sustainable over time. We're going to really elevate the value of this asset in our community. And that's what brings us here today. It's the people who stepped up and were willing to make that happen. And it wasn't just the commission. We cast the vote. We were part of it, but really all of you were a part of it. I mean, I look around, all of you, every single one of you, you care deeply. You have an emotional connection to this space. You have stories that you have shared with all of us. And I just want to thank you. That's what makes our community such a beautiful place and an amazing place to live, is that it's filled with amazing people like you who are willing to step up. So I want to say thank you to my colleagues on the commission, all of the city staff that worked on this, but really, truly, thank you to all of the community members who also worked so hard to bring us here today. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues who represent the 3rd Ward, and I know who are just as proud as I am to stand with you today.
Good morning. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm ready to golf. I moved to Grand Rapids in '93 from the Chicago area, and what's interesting about the place that I lived about 4 blocks from a municipal course owned by the city. And I grew up on that course. I learned how to golf on that course. And so when we moved here, actually not too far from here, I immediately came to this course because I figured every city had a course. Well, that's not necessarily true. So I was so excited. Was not on the commission when they voted for it, but had I been, I would have been a champion for it. But I was a champion in the streets for Commissioner Lumpkins' vision and the vision of the other folks to see this happen. Because as I lived here, heard stories of people saying, yeah, when my son was born, I cut my 7-iron off and took him out to Indian trails, and that's where they learned how to golf. I mean, there is history of literally generations learning how to golf on this course. And I think what we're celebrating today is the preservation of that history to ensure that more generations will learn how to golf on this course. I'm blessed in that I recently, in the last several years, gotten 5 grandchildren, and every single time one of my grandkids was born, the first thing I did was went to Golf Galaxy and bought them a junior set. So I can't wait to get my grandkids out here and teach them how to golf. So it's an exciting day. It's a day today and tomorrow, a day that's going to be filled with a lot of fun, a lot of really good golf, and a lot of really good conversation. So I would like to thank my predecessors for championing this and bringing us to where we could be today. So thank you for being here, and with that, I'd like to turn it over to Commissioner Lenear.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks to all of you for being here with us this morning. So you've heard a lot about the history and that this is a historic golf course. You've also heard a little bit about the work and the challenges that we faced financially as a city when we were trying to make this investment. And so I am really grateful and thankful for the commission, because long before I voted for this, there had been a lot of work that had been done to make the decision, and advocacy had happened about sustaining this course. And so I am grateful. And what typically happens when you're an elected official is you can get the credit for somebody else's work, because in government it takes so long for it to come to fruition. And so I don't want to do that today. What I want to do is, although I was a part of the commission when we voted for this, what I want to do is spend some time talking about one of the visionaries who was on the commission, who participated in making sure that he was advocating for this golf course. Commissioner Elias Lumpkins, who's with us today, is one of my mentors, and I hope I don't get emotional, didn't see this coming. He's one of my mentors, and he is so compassionate, so caring, and so thoughtful in the decisions that he makes. And this was one of the things that when I became a commissioner and we started talking about this, he convinced most of us, not all of us, that this was the right thing to do and this was the right time to do it. And as he was convincing us about that, he also talked about the sustainability of this golf course. That if we make an investment, just like any other asset that you have to invest in it, and then long term you will reap the benefits. And so this state-of-the-art practice course that we have, that includes a 25 acres of a driving range. There's also going to be training that happens there, and bunkers, all in this practice facility. That is state-of-the-art because it's the largest in West Michigan. And so that's state-of-the-art, and it deserves an applause. hoping that that practice range is what's going to help us to maintain and keep what the investment that we've made to the level that we don't have to invest as much as we did when we invested in it this time. So that's great. Then I think about the history of this course and think about that the Indian Trails Golf Course was the place where Black people could golf only for a period of time. And I don't take that lightly. I recognize that when things have been done and people have blazed trails on my behalf and on other people's behalf, that we should honor that and we should talk about that. And so I'm grateful that this historic golf course is a place that not is too far from my home, that my children can golf at. The last thing I'll say is because of his vision, because of his leadership, we wanted to, a number of you who are here with us, we wanted to honor Commissioner Elias Lumpkins today. Can you join me, Commish, please? You, sir, are amazing. How you have poured into me personally and how you've poured into so many others in this city through education, at the K-12 level as well as the college level. We are grateful for you. We wanted to honor you, and we have a bench that will be right over there, placed at this golf course, and it will say, honoring Commissioner Elias Lumpkins Jr., champion for Indian Trails. Thank you.
Thank you, Grand Rapids. Thank you, City Commission. Where's Greg Sunstrom? He's the one who finally brings the vote to the City Commission, because you know you need 4 votes to pass anything. Is that right there? Yes, it is. So you have to work for those 4 votes. But we thank the city, and especially the people who voted for the support of Indian Trails Golf Course. Thank you. Ruth, thank you for allowing me to work on the City Commission. Love you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Commissioner Lumpkins. Okay, this is where things get interesting and exciting, I think. We will be walking over as a group, and we have carts available right behind us as well, to the driving range, the new driving range, and we are going to have our ceremonial tee-off. That's why I say things make it interesting. I'm talking about myself. The rest of you may do very well. But join us if you can, please, and if you would like, for the ceremonial tee-off and continue the celebration. Thank you very much.